It's lovely to see you all this evening. So I'm just going to start with a little introduction, and then I'm going to ask my partner to take the camera for me so he can film what I'm doing so that you guys can see properly. And then maybe if I do this again, I'll have a proper setup. So yeah, I just wanted to say good evening and thank you all for joining me. Tonight we'll be weaving our flower crowns together in celebration of the upcoming Sabbath of Lunar. By the end of this workshop, you'll each have your own fresh flower crown and we'll then perform a little crowning ceremony. So I'm just going to take the phone and show you what I've got with me. Okay. So this is my setup. So I've got my little circlet ready here, and I made a demo one earlier just to show you guys what we'll hopefully all end up with. And then I've got a selection of flowers and grasses here. So I've got some yarrow here. I have got some honeysuckle. I've got meadowsweet and false baby's breath. I've got some Japanese privet, which is this lovely waxy foliage here. I've got some sweet peas, and I've got some blue mink and also some velvet grass. So just to tell you a little bit about meadowsweet, garlands of meadowsweet were traditionally worn for Lunar celebrations. It's said that its heady perfume expands the psyche and builds inner strength. Its flowers can actually be collected and dried and used for inflammatory conditions and bladder or kidney complaints such as cystitis. It's also a good digestive tonic. So what I'm going to do now is just grab Darren so that he can film over my head so you can see what I'm doing. Lovely. There you go. So hopefully everyone can see. Does that look good to you, Darren? Lovely. So we're going to start off. I'm going to move this one out the way, which I made earlier. I'm going to start with our circlet, which we should have here. And then what we're going to do is rotate it. And the reason I'm doing that is so that you have a more seamless, when you get around to this side, you've got a more like seamless flowing direction, and you won't see any of the joins. So I'm going to start by grabbing my twine here. If you can keep your twine in its sort of ball, that's easier because it will help keep everything tight. So I'm going to start by just attaching this to our circlet here. Like so. What you're also going to want to do, you might want to do this before, is just get a good length of twine here separately and cut a few lengths because we're going to make bunches of flowers and then attach it. So if you just get a few of those ready in advance there. Okay, so first thing to remember with this is it doesn't need to be perfect. It's just about celebrating the time of the year and the forage flowers and grasses that you've got. So don't worry if it's not looking beautiful. I mean, mine earlier certainly wasn't, but that's not really what it's all about. Fresh flowers aren't particularly forgiving, so you might find that you have a few breakages. Some might flop. Honestly, just don't worry about it. It's all good. So we're going to start by gathering a few bunches. So I'm just going to go for a mixture. You might find you want every bunch to be the same, or you might find you want to mix it up a little bit. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to start with my yarrow here. I'm going to cut a length. The table is going to get a little bit messy, so don't worry too much. Perfect. Then I'm going to get some rosemary. What else do I fancy? Let's get some of these lovely, can't remember what I said these were called. Blue mint. And let's get a little bit of this lovely velvet grass in. So there's your bunch there. What you're going to do is just tie it up. So get your little bit of twine there. You can tie this up however you want, but the way I do it is just bind it round like that. Make a nice, neat little bundle, like so.
Meg?
Yeah.
Has everyone made their circlet already? Because I haven't even made my circlet.
Well, hopefully they have, because I said it would be a good idea to have it done in advance in my video. But if you guys haven't, then yeah, we can pause and get that done first.
Has everyone else made theirs? Yes. Okay. Just go ahead.
I haven't had a chance yet today either. I'm just doing it now though.
No worries. If you guys, obviously, because I can't see you, so if you need me to slow down, speak up, or if you want some help, just let me know. So yeah, the circlet can be made from ivy, a bit of pliable wood, anything that you feel is going to be sturdy enough to hold the bunches. Okay, so there's my first bundle. I'm going to make it a bit shorter. I'd quite like to cut at an angle like that so that it sort of sits a bit more flush with the ring there. There we go. So we're going to attach our first bundle now. So what you want to do so that you end up with the detail here is pop it on the side like that rather than on top, because otherwise you're not going to see the detail. I'm just going to move that candle out of the way before I set myself on fire. Okay. So pull that nice and tight. And there we go. So first bundle's going on now. So on the side like that, hold it nice and tight and pull. You might find that it wants to ride up and sit on top. Just nudge it back into position. There we go. Rest that down and just pull it. So there's our first bundle. Now, obviously, depending on how many flowers you guys have got, you might find that you don't have enough to do little ones and you want to do big ones. I'm aware that, you know, we don't have as much time as I would normally spend. So I'm going to make the bundles, you know, quite big. Otherwise, we might be here all night. So I'm going to go for the next one now. I'm going to pick some Meadow Sweet as my filler for this one, just because it like really covers a nice amount of space there. So I'm going to go for that. I think I might have a bit more. Actually, I'm going to go for the wax leaf one this time. Next bundle getting ready. Let's go for some sweet peas. Lovely. Perfect. That's looking good. And what you can do before you bind it in place is just check that you're happy with the placement. I mean, you know, I've got severe OCD when it comes to stuff like this, so you might not want to worry as much as I do about this sort of thing. There we go. So we're going to bundle that into place. Hope you're all getting on okay so far. Just give me a shout if you've got any questions. Snip the excess twine or string or whatever you've got. Chop those bits there. Before you attach your next bundle, just give that twine another pull so it's nice and tight before you attach the next bit. Here we go, next bundle going on. So you want to do it so that you're kind of covering that twine there. And pull and weave. Okay. So that's how we're looking so far. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to keep on going. I'm used to working with dried flowers, so it's actually a little bit easier with dried flowers, believe it or not, even though they're more brittle. Fresh are just not as forgiving. So this has been a real learning curve for me as well. It's been really fun foraging for all of these bits and pieces. So I'm going to go back to my yarrow now. What else have we got that I want to put in there? Let's go for some more of that lovely rosemary. I actually got this rosemary from my mum's because I don't have any growing, sadly. Another thing as well is if you want any particular flowers to stand out, it's better to put them kind of on the outer side like that so that you can see them okay. Okay. How are we looking? Do I want to add anything else to that? I think I might put a bit more. This is called False Baby's Breath, this one. It's like I think it's from the Gypsophilia family. I'm really looking forward to seeing all the flowers that you guys have foraged as well, and what you've got like close to you in your local area. I ended up with a mixture of stuff from the garden and a walk near my mum where I got all of this lovely yarrow, which if I don't use it all, I'm going to dry it and use it for some country witch stuff. Right, ready for the next bundle. So pull it tight, on we go. It is a little bit fiddly. Nice and tight. Okay, I'm going to set that down and I'm going to check. Yeah, I'm happy with how that's flowing. Don't worry too much about filling this top part with detail, as you're not really going to see that. And once you've got it on your hair, it all will sort of mixes in with your hair anyway. So yeah, don't worry too much about filling this with detail. It's about getting that on that side there. Okay, so we're going to go back to our baby's breath. So I'm alternating it each time, just because I've got quite a lot of stuff to choose from here, but you guys don't have to do that. You know, just make use of what you've got. That's a little bit of a darker piece there. I like that. Okay, let's go for our sweet peas. I love sweet peas. Another thing I stole from my mum's garden. Let's go in with some more rosemary. Lovely. The thing I like about the rosemary and the velvet grass is it gives you that sort of flow, that sort of spiky flow. How's it looking to you, Darren? Just making another bundle here. I hope you're all getting on okay. Has anyone got any questions? Is anyone stuck at all? Just let me know. Let's pull that tight. And attach the next bundle. Another little trick is to keep on rotating your circlet as you go. That's what gives you that nice directional flow. So you see I'm turning it now. So I'm getting around the halfway mark, sort of. Right, let's go back to the yarrow. I haven't actually used any honeysuckle yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I'm quite happy with what I've got here at the moment. Let's go back to this lovely privet. Could be privé. Maybe it's not privet. I'll have to look that up after this. So I'm putting that as the base there. I'm setting that against it. Let's go for some more of this lovely velvet grass. Fix some of that. Okay, let's get binding. Thing I love about like doing what I do, making wreaths and crowns, is that you're sort of like weaving like magic and intention in with everything you do. It's really, really therapeutic. I'm not particularly good for my back, but I usually do all of my like dried flower making stood up, just because a lot of the stems I work with are so long and I'm so short that it ends up just becoming really difficult, but it's actually quite nice to sit down. Lovely thing about having an ivy circlet is I've left some of those leaves in there, which really pop through. Right, so the next one is going on. You can see how I'm overlapping at each stage. Pull that tight. Just going to set that down, just give it a good yank there. And then we're just going to check in, see how we're doing so far. I'm really happy with that. It looks nice. Lovely colours of the season in there. Okay, so I'm going back to my next bundle. So it is all just repetition until you get to the end. Steph, if I am taking too long or whatever and we need to stop or we need to speed up, just let me know. But yeah, we want to obviously get these done so we can have our crowning ceremony, but I'm aware I'm a bit of a slow worker.
There's no rush, honestly. As long as you're okay, then I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just used to doing everything like at my own pace. I'm like, oh God, what if I'm being too slow?
I've just been running around the house collecting more flowers.
Yeah, so I got a load, and then I ended up doing a few demos and practice runs, and then I was like, oh God, I've got to go back out again.
I had some flowers that I had foraged already, but a lot of them have dried, so I'm actually doing a mixture of dried and fresh.
Ooh, yeah,
which will
lovely.
be quite interesting.
It smells so nice. If anyone's got any herbs as well that they're adding in, I'm really enjoying the smell of it.
Yeah,
Lovely.
some rosemary and lavender actually.
Lovely.
Smells great.
Right. Another bundle going on there. I think I'm going to end up running out of sweet peas, but that's okay. It's a bit of a floppier bundle, that one, so there we go. Popping that on, pulling it around there. I'm just going to set it down a moment and just pull that nice and tight. So we're about halfway there now. I don't know that I'm going to go all the way to the back, but we'll see. I actually think I made this a bit too big for my head, to be honest, but that's okay. As long as you guys get the gist of what I'm doing, I can live with that. Right. Let's go back to this yarrow. got some of this growing in my garden. Well, I've bought a couple of plants. I've got a lovely yellow one and a rainbow one. I'm really excited to see how they come out. Right, so let's go back to our lovely waxy leaves here. I'm just going to snip those down a little bit. Set that at the back. See how that's going to fall. Okay, happy with that. Stick a bit more of that lovely grass in. And then go for those. So yeah, I've followed quite a sort of standard like colour mixing method here, but you guys don't have to be as anal about it as I am. There we go, I'm happy with that. Fix this. I really need to get myself some new floral scissors. I've had these like for the last 3 years or so, and they're gradually starting to get blunt. I just haven't got around to getting a new pair, but I can feel the time coming. Make that a little bit shorter there. Pull that tight, and on we go. If like me, you've not got like a perfect circle, you're going to find that things are going to stick out here and there, but that's okay. You are going to get a lot of droppage as well. Trim that down a bit. Oh, right. How are we looking? So that's how we're looking so far. Looks pretty good to me. We've got a nice flow. That particular bunch doesn't seem to want to behave. Right, what have we got? Let's get a bit more of this meadow sweet. Smells really nice. But again, it drops quite a lot. Hopefully everyone's finding this quite a relaxing thing to do after a busy Monday. I hope you've all had a nice start to the week and nothing too stressful to deal with. Love these little bundles, they're so cute. Okay, so again, just a reminder to make sure you tighten, give it a nice tighten before you attach your next bunch so you've not got any slack there. I'm just going to prune that there because it's sticking out and getting in my way. There we go. Lovely. Okay, on we go with the next bunch. All that twine around. Weave away and just think about pouring lots of good energy and intention into this as you weave away. And just try and shut off from the busyness of the day. Quick check. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Hopefully that bunch doesn't fall off there. Okay. Right, let's go back to actually I'm gonna go for a wild card. Put some of this lovely honeysuckle in there. It smells amazing. That's from our garden. A bit of yarrow. Just gonna peel off some bits because I don't think I need quite as much of that. Bit of yarrow there. Let's go for some more of our lovely waxy leaves. I have to start using these more. I really like them. You should see my workshop when I'm building upstairs. Honestly, it's permanently a mess. You just get creative and then start chucking things everywhere. I'm always having to hoover up after myself. Okay. Attach that. Trim off the excess. And cut there at a bit of an angle. Pull my last bundle tight. Just gonna check and see if I'm happy with that. Yes, it looks good to me. And we really excited to see how all of yours are looking. Shame I've not got like another camera, like how Tony sets up the altar and her own camera. That would be really handy for me, but I'm not at that level of technical wizardry. Okay, we're getting there. Trying to conserve my twine here. Okay. Go back with this lot of meadow sweet. So it's all getting tangled up. Okay. So let's get this sweet. Oh, this is a double-headed one. Put that rosemary. Okay. So I'm setting like the taller stems at the back there because they really help to like overlap and cover any gaps because we don't want too much like stepping, if that makes sense. Beautiful. Okay, pull that tight, get that on. I'm trying my hardest not to snap those sweepy heads off, but no promises. Actually, let's go a bit skinnier. So I've got our leaf base. Make that yarrow a bit smaller. Love these purple flowers. Look so nice, like against the white and the green and the brown. Love it. I'm having to conserve my twine a little bit because I realised I didn't bring down enough. Classic me. Trim those ends. And pull. And happy with placement. Yes, I'm happy. Let's go. So when I'm making dried flower crowns, it's much the same process really, except I use a wire base. So it's a wire jute wrapped base. Basically, I have a massive roll of this jute wrapped wire, and we just cut down the size that I need. And then I sort of use a mixture of floral tape. I do use a glue gun as well, just because I wear mine on stage, so I really need like everything to stay in place. But it's quite fun doing it with fresh flowers as well. I looked at a few different ways of doing this, and it all just came back to doing what I know and what I trust. And I'm happy with how it's all going, and I hope you guys are too. Get it all so sweet. Let's bulk that up a little bit. Pretty. Oh, that's the last of my sweet peas. Let's go and some honeysuckle. I wonder who will be the first to finish their crown. Definitely not going to be me. we are getting there. Don't want to pull any little bits off. Should have had my dinner before I did this. I've got the classic hunger shake. There we go. Right, let's quickly have a check-in and see how we're doing. So here is where we're up to. Looks so pretty. I think it's going to be massive for my head, but never mind. Can display it as a wreath as well. So once you guys have finished, if you let me know, because I can sort of stop mine at any point and just sort of leave it there so we can move on. So all the time that you're making flower crowns, you're thinking about what's going to be visible from the sides. So that's why, rather than putting it like that, I'm putting it like that. You get to see all that lovely detail. So you might be wondering what's going to happen afterwards in terms of storing these, because we're hoping to use them for the upcoming ritual. I mean, you can put them in the fridge. I'm not sure if that will be any good for more than a couple of days. Alternatively, you can dry your flower crown. So the best way to do that is to hang it. So you get like a loop of twine and hang it somewhere dark, if you can, somewhere dry and dark, out of sunlight, preferably. And you know, if it dries, it dries perfect. You do need a few weeks really for drying. But yeah, I'm certainly going to give it a go with my one. I'll have to get you guys all sent out your own little dried flower crowns at some point. That'd be nice to do. My last bit of twine there. Have to make do. Where are we up to? Okay, go slightly thinner bit. Pop in a bit of yarn there. So much to choose from. Let's get some more of that lovely honeysuckle. You have to forgive my somewhat crude cutting of the flowers. It's quite difficult to do this one-handed, but I'm not normally used to showing people, so I don't have to worry. So I am going to make this my last bunch, I think, because I'm quite happy with size. And I've also not got enough of the little bits of twine. So let's see how we're looking after this, but we might be almost there. Let's pull that tight. Just get rid of any excess bits we don't want in our way. There we go. There goes. What I should have said at the start is if you've not got a big ball of twine, just to grab yourself a super, super, super long length. If you do find that you run out at any point, you could just tie it in and make another loop, basically. There we go. Let's see if we can sneak in another bunch there. I think I can do it. Absolutely love these leaves. Off any excess bits there. Go in with some grass at the back. Let's go in with some rosemary. Let's get the peas. Got any left? That's fine. I'll use that. Let's bulk that out a little bit. I haven't actually tied this bundle together, so we could be in for a bit of a disaster here, but we'll see. Pulling it nice and tight. So I could leave it like that if I wanted, but I think I might just fill that gap and then finish up. Just use up the rest of that. So when you do get fine, when you get to putting in your last bunch, you might have to like make room for it. So you might need to like tuck it in there, or pull your first one back, if that makes sense, to create the space. The last bunch is always like the toughest one because it all wants to fall out, which is sort of what's happening now. You might find you end up chopping off a few little heads. There we go. It's okay. I don't think we've done too much damage then. Pull. Okay. So when you do get to the end, you want to give yourself a nice length. And then it's just a case of like tucking in that twine somewhere. You guys might have some great skills with knots and are able to do this quite easily. But what I'm going to do is just find a way of feeding it back through another piece. Should have brought my tweezers down. It's just so it's secure, really. Snip that frayed bit. Just make some sort of loop there, just so it doesn't go anywhere. Cool. Right. It's quite a lot bigger than what I was anticipating, but it doesn't matter. It's more like wreath size, isn't it, really? So there we go. So that's how it should look by the end, to some extent. So we've got a nice flow of flowers there, which to me is really satisfying. So I've got all my detail facing me, which is great. So when it's on my head, you're going to be able to see that. There we go. That's the other side. So that will be my front there, and that'll be the back. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to take the camera off Darren. Thank you very much, Darren. Hope you're all getting on okay. No. Has anyone finished as yet? This is when you're all like, oh, we finished half an hour ago. Awesome. Ooh, looking so pretty. Wow. That's lovely, Veronica. That's so nice. Yeah. If there's anything in the chat, I'm going to quickly catch up now. There. Oh, lovely. So you've used honeysuckle yarrow too, Veronica. That's really nice. Yeah, sorry, I should have said something again today about having the circlet ready. But yeah, it's all good. A big cleanup operation on my hands afterwards. Once everyone's done, let me know, and we'll move on to the final part of today's workshop. Just going to show you the crazy size difference between these two crowns. I was not anticipating making such a big one. So that's like the demo one that I made earlier. And then we've got this whopper. Steph, would you like me to move on to the last part?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. So once your crown's complete, just set it out in front of you. If you've got anything to hand to cleanse with, then go ahead. I'm just going to have a little go on some sage and just try and obviously not set fire to anything. So just cleanse your crown. And then I'm just going to say a few words now. So if you all want to hold up your crowns when you're ready. Grain Mother, bless these crowns of flower, grass, and herb that we place upon our heads, weaved in your honour. As we see the crops begin to turn from green to gold, give us the strength we need as we turn in and face our inner journey. So mote it be. My crown's definitely too big for my head. Having to hold it in place here. Yay, we did it. Mine's like cutting past my ears. I hope you guys all enjoyed that, and I will pass you back to Steph.
Thanks so much, Megan. That was awesome. Mine is not finished, by the way. It's like half finished. I need to find some more flowers, I think. But that was really, really therapeutic.
Oh,
Really
good.
enjoyed that. I'm sure everybody else really enjoyed it too.
Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely need to. The side of mine looks better than the front at the moment.
No, they all look brilliant. Really pretty.
My dog is trying to attack. But if anyone has any questions for Megan about making crowns, then
That's beautiful, Georgia.
Yeah, it looks lovely, Georgia.
So colourful.
Mine's a little bit wonky. Ooh. And the flowers are already falling off.
Yeah, if anyone wants to know anything at all, just let me know. But yeah, I think if we want to try, if we can try and dry them for our upcoming ceremony, that would be nice. Give it a go, see what happens. If it works, it works. If not, it's all good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and dry. I mean, mine's a mixture of dried and fresh.
Yeah.
I need to finish it. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
All send if you all get a chance to take a little selfie with your crown on, send it into the group so I can have a proper nose.
Or post it on stories and tag Country Witch Floral and Lunar and Wild.
Yes.
Do this.
I loved that,
really
Megan.
say
It was
hello
so
to
therapeutic.
That's beautiful, Lizzie.
Mine is like a wild shrub.
That's about
Wild
it.
crown.
It's just lots of fern. I went mad on fern when I foraged it. Sorry, my dog's gone mental. Bye.
Lovely.
Thank you, Megan. I loved that.
You're welcome, guys. No problem. Thank you for listening to me waffle.
Vanya loved making hers, not looking so great as all of yours, but had fun. But as Megan said, it's not about looking amazing, it's all about the intention and the crafting of the crown. So do not worry. But anywho, thank you again, Megan. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that, and I'm going to finish my crown this evening.
Yeah.
Being really slow and unorganized. But yeah, I hope everybody else enjoyed, and see you all on Wednesday for Divination Hour with Leonie. That will be fun at 8 p.m. But yeah, we will end the session there if no one's got any more questions. All good? Look beautiful, Veronica.
Oh, thank you.
Lovely.
It's going to look like a wet lettuce, I think, next time.
Try and dry it, I think.
Yeah. Moment. I've got all sorts chasing after me in here.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, everyone. See you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.